Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be going through 5 common website mistakes that happen on WordPress. Some of these mistakes are actually also happening on other website platforms such as Shopify, Squarespace, Webflow, and many others. Once you start fixing them, they'll actually help you with your rankings on Google. They'll actually help your users have a better experience on your website, as well as gaining more inquiries. So those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Bobby, co-founder of Be Munchy Online. We're a family-run website design and digital marketing agency. We've helped over 700 businesses get online onto Google with over 100 5-star positive reviews as well. If you want to know more about us, I'll put a link below. But let's get into the video. Just before we jump in, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. So as you can see, I've logged into the back end of a WordPress website for one of our clients. It's a spa and beauty website, as you can tell from the name. But one of the most common things is discouraging search engines from indexing a website. So that's basically having a setting ticked so that search engines don't find your website, which is obviously not what you want as a business owner. You want as many search engines to find your website so that obviously you can get new clients. So that setting is actually under settings and reading. Now what you'll notice is this one is unticked. You want to make sure it is unticked. If that is ticked, what you're basically doing is you're telling search engines, please don't index this website online so that customers can't find you. So you always want to make sure this is unticked. If that's not unticked, you're not going to be found. And that's one common mistake. The second common mistake that we always see is the permalinks. So the permalink is basically the URL structure of the website. So normally you'd have www.yourcompanyname.co.uk or .com, whatever the extension is, / maybe the page name. It could be about us, or it could be services, whatever it may be. However, a default setting on some of these other platforms, as well as on WordPress, is if you've not changed that setting, it will then not read the page title. You ideally want it to read the page title so search engines know what that page title is. If it reads page_ID and a little 3-digit number, it's incorrect because it's not going to help search engines. And here's how to change it. So straight away, what you want to do is go under settings again, go to permalink. And as you can see here, you want it as the post name, which is going to be the page title. So for example, if we go to this page or the home page or the services page, what you'll notice is if I go to the about us page and click edit, the URL link is about. And if I click on it, there's the full URL. So you've got the company website address / about. And that page is all related about the business and what it does and who Arena Spas is as a business. So having a default URL is obviously not user friendly, but it's also not search engine friendly. Because if your URL was something like your company name / page ID and a 3-digit code at the end, search engines won't know what that page is. And if you shared that link to somebody else, they won't know what they're clicking on. They won't know the end URL. And what you'll notice is even on paid ads, when you're running Google ads, you're always asked to put in the URL that the customer's expected to go to. You'll notice the URL again, even on a sponsored ad, is letting the user know they're going to potentially go to a new boiler replacement page. What you'll also notice is on organic listings, again, it's got a clean URL structure. When you've not got your keywords mentioned in there and it's just got a default URL, you're just not helping your own search engine rankings. Now the next 3 points are very crucial because all these 3 mistakes are happening across all website platforms. So no matter if you've got your website built on a DIY builder or if you've gone and paid an agency to do it, it's a common mistake that happens when the website becomes outdated or it's not being maintained. You've got to remember a website has so many moving parts. It always needs looking after and it always needs somebody to go over it to make sure there are no errors on that website. And when there's no errors, it will perform much better. It will give a much more better user experience for clients and it will help on search engines. Number 3, it's failing to optimize your website for mobile devices. Now there's a couple of places you can actually test your website for free to see if it's actually working on mobiles. One of them is actually directly on Google. Simply just type in mobile friendly test and you click on the first link and that will allow you to test your website for free on a mobile device. You've got to remember majority of the users that visit a website will be using a mobile device. So as a prime example, this Arena Spas website, majority of their users are coming from mobile devices. So we've integrated Google directly on the website. So what you'll notice is if we go down to devices, majority of their users are actually coming from mobile devices, 66% of them. So over half of the visitors that have been on the website. So there's been 229. Over half of them, so quick maths would be over 115 of them, have just come from a mobile device alone. And then the next one after that is your desktop. And then right between it is your mobile devices. And even if we branch it out, so it's over the last 90 days as opposed to the last 28, again, the desktop visitors have actually dropped. The only one that's increased a bit more has been your tablet increase, tablet users, so that's iPads, Samsung tablets and so on. And as you can see, the mobile version is slightly up as well. Number 4, another common mistake that happens on websites such as WordPress or even other platforms is the plugins or poorly coded sections on a website. So that's, for example, if you're using Shopify and somebody's gone in and coded a certain section, it could be poorly coded, which is causing issues on speed. So it's always great to make sure you've got a backup of your previous website or a previous version of it, so that you can always compare the two once some other work has always been completed. If you're not doing a comparison, you're not improving the website. So for example, if you've got version A of your website that's been designed and developed and is working perfectly fine, you've then asked for more work to be done, or you've gone in and added a new plugin or a feature onto the website. So let's, for example, take a booking functionality or a payment functionality through the website. If before that you wasn't taking any payments and your website was loading in under 2.5 seconds, you've then gone and added in a plugin. You then need to make sure you've done another speed test, because if that's decreased your loading time, what's going to happen is your visitors are then going to see that effect, and that's going to have an effect on your overall rankings as well as user experience. So it's always good to compare the two. So always do a version A and a version B, and then try and optimize version B to his best of his ability. To give you a prime example, so on this website, just to give you a bit of a background, it's a brochure style website. They take payments through the website as well. They've also got a booking functionality on the website, and it's been optimized for SEO. And they've got only 11 plugins on the website. Now, to give you an example of what some of them plugins are, one of them is a login attempt limiter. So for example, if somebody tries to hack into the website or try and log in multiple times, it will block that user off of the website. Another plugin on the website is for forms. So for example, if the client's email addresses are not working for whatever reason, as they use Office 365 or they might use Google Workspace and so on, we've got a backup of them inquiries that can be found on the back end of the website. That way it gives the client a peace of mind to know that they've got their website inquiries safe and secure in one place. And then alongside of it, another plugin that we've implemented is Yoast SEO to optimize the website for SEO. And the last mistake that everybody makes is backups, not taking regular backups. Now, if you're using a Squarespace website, they don't actually take any backups for you. You've got to manually take the backup itself. With Shopify, you can also download a backup from your Shopify account. With WordPress, it all depends where your website's being hosted. For example, we host our client websites and we take regular backups daily. In some cases, if you're using third-party platforms such as Ionis, I do believe some of them do take backups as well for yourself automatically. But there is a plugin that you can also use on your website through WordPress called Updraft, which allows you to take backups and download them and store them. So for example, if you've made a change on your website and you're not happy with it, or you've deleted something by mistake, you've always got something to go back to. What you don't want to be doing is having to rebuild out the entire website because there was no backup done. That's going to just cost you simply time and money, which I'm sure you don't want to be spending. If you're always thinking, well, how can I have the perfect website? Click on the video above, which will show you how to have the perfect website. And if you love this video, don't forget to subscribe so you can actually see some more of the videos we post to help you scale and grow your business online. Thanks for watching.